Topic for an hour. It's a very broad topic, broad subject, but a lot of relevance in today's world where we live in the global economies. So it's about fourth industrial revolution, impact of technology on business. So I would start with digital disruption, right? So when we talk about the technology, in today's world, we are living an interesting time right now. It's an amazing opportunity, amazing experience in the world, today's world where we live today. Everything has been changing and transforming. What industry leaders need to learn, right, in today's world to survive is about agility, right? How you can be agile. You have to be flexible because everything is transparent. You will know about the technology, things have changing every day. You will know about it, right? So if you are not flexible, you will not be able to do any of this what we are going to talk about, right? So agility, flexibility, and how you need to be flexible, right? You need to be aware of the external forces or external factors that what is happening and how it is going to impact you. You need to have elasticity. I think that's what the major challenge that what we see in today's world, that people do not want to change and do not want to respond towards the changes that is happening around them. So elasticity is the key. And then responsiveness. Of course, if you are living in a transparent world where you know each of these things and you are not responding in a timely fashion, then of course you are losing a big time. So in an agility environment in today's world, you have to be flexible and you have to be efficient as well. That will make you an agile environment or agile leadership or agile organization. These are the key attributes that you need to be aware of. So we hear a lot about digital disruption. Every CEO, every C-level executive is talking about digital disruption. What does digital disruption means actually? When you're talking about the digital disruption, you have to understand that how you are going to impact the end user or a customer or a consumer and take a customer view of digital disruption or digital journey. Because if you are not really impacting the customer, then you are not serving anything, right? So that's the key. And in today's digital disruption, what is happening? We are bringing the physical and the human interaction together. So you have to think in terms of technology as well as the human behavior to drive the digital disruption. And that is going to make you competitive, because right now, if you look at the macro level economic trends, what is happening? Market leaders are losing their positions. You are also, brand loyalty is decreasing. Why? Because people want this connected world, and you need to innovate to sustain in this challenging environment, in a challenging world. So, fourth industry revolution, I don't know which started, but so basically, you can think about it in a way. Oh, so all the slides are like that. But so what is happening, right? Like life expectancy, right, has been doubled since 1900. This is like because of the technology. You have integrated circuits now are 30,000 faster since 1960. You have solar panels that is 250 times cheaper since 1975. You have DNA sequencing coming into play, and they are 100,000 times cheaper in today since 2001. What is happening? It's basically everyone is focusing on exponential operating system. So it's all about the disruption in nanotech, it's biotech, it's infotech. So all these disruption is happening from all these industry revolution. We know about this now the world is moving. If I talk about, we used to collaborate, right? You hear a lot about that you need to collaborate. Now the world has moved from collaboration to coordination. So it's a hyper coordination, right? Even in if you take an example of you guys must have seen this Formula 1 races where this pit guys, they were in the 90s, they were like coordinating and just collaborating with each other to change, and it takes a minute or two. Now you look at today's race, what is happening, right? It's all hyper coordination. It's about seconds. Now everything moves. You take an example of signal, light signal, right? When there was no light signals, what was happening? Everyone was collaborating and looking at each other, right? Now it's all about hyper coordination. The industry technology has changed, that we all are focusing on exponential operating system, and exponential growth has been happening in this current era that what we live in. So I think, I'm sorry that slides are distorted, but it's a very good slide. But if you look at digitization is affecting every industry right now. So whether it's in IT, when you talk about the financial, what about the technology? Of course, you have to be in all over the industries. The goal of what it depicts is basically, you guys if you cannot see it, I know, but what it depicts that digitization is affecting each and every industry and each and every person that lives in today's world. Whether you are in a service industry, whether you are in a financial industry, whether you are in a B2B, so all of these industries people are focusing on digital disruption and talking about that how we can bridge those gaps. When you bring your consumer experience, user experience, you can bring digitization in all aspects. Like everyone wants to be connected with the physical world, and that's what digitization is affecting every industry and every person in this world today. Digital is the number one priority of the CEO. You can look at the McKinsey study, you can look up any research. Today, this is the hot topic that everyone wants to change their business model, that how they are operating in today's world. It won't sustain anymore if you don't transform yourself. As I said earlier, you have to be, in today's world, you have to be agile, you have to be flexible, and you have to be efficient. And if you are not flexible to these changes, you will not be able to grow your business the way you want to be. If you think that without adding a digital element, and it's not about even in our country, we are not talking about the disruption. Even if you want everything to be digitally connected, this industry revolution is going to change your business model. Technology paradigm, of course, has been shifted. If you look at all of these technologies, it's digital. We hear about it, but what does digital experience means? This slide tells you that in order for you to have a digital experience, you have to have all of these things connected. You are talking about big data. We all know about the big data. We know all about the data is a strategic asset for any organization. So once you have that data, then you can have, like all of you must be getting the reports in one way or the other, right? From your businesses, right? What it is basically, what we get today is just descriptive reporting. You want to know what has happened yesterday or what has happened even a minute before. All our mindsets are wired in a way that we all think that I need to know what has happened. But the world has transformed. If you really want to be in this race, you need to think beyond the descriptive. And what is that? That's why this big data and machine learning comes into play. Like our teacher used to teach us the computer languages in the program. Now, computer learns from us. That's machine learning. And through machine learning, what you achieve is predictability, right? What is going to happen with this data? This is how you are predicting your future based on certain algorithms. There are many algorithms like decision trees and so on and so forth. I'm not going into the technical details, but it's a prediction, right? So predictability is key right now if you want to gauge. And now you know that next season my sales is going to be doubled because I have seen this and this trend. What I need to do to make it happen. So that's a prescription. That's where AI comes into play. Artificial intelligence comes into play. So that In order for me to achieve this predictability, I need to have this artificial intelligence and all of this to prescribe what actions I need to take to make this happen, right? So there are many use cases I can go over, but just to have a gist of it. And all of this, right? Now we are living in the world where this business process outsourcing industry is disrupted again by robotic process automation we call RPA. And not just what RPA does, just from a revolution perspective, it mimics what humans do, the steps. It's 100% you can record and perform the actions what one person or one user does. But there is a cognitive element in it as well. So if you want to just do it what human is doing, you can do that. But if you add the cognitive element, it means the machine is thinking, what will be the next step based on this data or based on this input? What you get out of this is a consistency, right? Consistent result. Human can make mistakes, but when you train there's robots or bots, chatbots, bots, whatever you call, then you will get the consistent results. So the world is changing. Now, you talk about the blockchain, you must have heard a lot about that. What is this blockchain is all about? I'll not go into the detail, but just in 30 seconds I'll explain the concept. We all are used to, in the previous days, about the middleman, right? When we do the currency exchange, we need the broker. When we do the real estate deal, we need the broker. We need the broker in every freaking thing what we do, right? Somebody is middleman in all of these transactions, right? What we all, from a technology perspective, if you think about it, there is a central database. One person is holding all your truth, right? Now, when we talk about this blockchain concept, it is just a distributed database. You don't have to trust one person. You don't need a middleman. This middleman problem will be eliminated by using this distributed database. I would not call it distributed ledger. Just for the simplicity purposes, I'm just explaining. You have seen the mixed reality. We used to have virtual reality. Now it's augmented reality, and now it's a mixed reality, right? So all of these things are happening. The purpose of this slide is that if you don't adopt and disrupt your business and just think in a traditional way what you used to do, and you are not flexible and elastic to change in this agile world, you will be a lot behind what industry needs from you. Digital disruption. I'm sorry, these are the beautiful slides, but I don't. So basically, it's digital disruption. It's a high graphic slides, very high graphics. So now a few examples, right? Like industries has been disrupted. Like Airbnb has disrupted this hotel industry, right? Amazon has disrupted this retail industry a big time. What Amazon is doing, if I describe in one word, Amazon is building the brains. What Walmarts and other do, they are building the muscles. What Amazon is doing, building the brains, because it has all your data. That's what they are playing around it. When you go into Amazon, you will get the recommendations and all of this, what I talked about in the previous slide. How? Because they are predicting your behavior. They are prescribing you certain things. They are recommending you certain things. They have eliminated the middleman. They have said that brick and mortar, done, and just go direct to the consumer. They have digitally disrupted. They have created the apps and everything. So it's connected commerce, connected things. And there are many other examples. I can keep going, but just few which everyone knows. And of course, everyone knows about Tesla, right? So that is, again, he has disrupted this automotive industry. And the beautiful thing about it is, Elon Musk come up with that I'm creating an ecosystem. So he did not like what we think in today's world, that this is meri IP hai, मैं किसी से share नहीं करूँगा, right? This is not. The world is all about the ecosystem right now. He shared, this is my IP, whoever wants to build it, right? So because, what is the difference in the management? It's execution matters the most. So if you are a better executor, you will do with this IP or any IP. But if you are not the executor, I can give you this IP, you will sit on it and it will not work. So that's the Tesla, right? So it's again disruption. What is that? He's disrupted the entire automotive industry, and everyone is now thinking and catching up. So whoever disrupts first is the market leader, who holds the position in this market. So this is how we all need to think about our businesses. Types of digital disruption. We all hear about this Uberize, right? Uber is an example. Now, after Uber, then there is a Lyft, and there is Didi, and all these companies have come, and they followed Kareem and everyone, right? Uber started to Uberize, and then everyone else followed. Of course, this market, if you look at the dynamics, this market will also, one or two parties will remain, and then rest will go away, right? So this is how it's going to happen. Product, service-ize, and channel, Amazonize. So I will go into the detail. I hope, oh, that sucks. New feature? Okay. This is testing my skills, right? Without looking at the slides, how I can speak, right? So Uberization is basically you have to utilize underutilized assets, right? This is if you just summarize in one word, what they did, they have underutilized asset, which was car and the labor market. That's it. So you have to just think about always that how I can use this space, how I can use this technology, and there is a latent supply. In every business there is a latent supply. That's what they have used. That's it. There's just now you think it's a very simple idea, but of course at that time that was a disruption. He disrupted the entire industry for cabs, right? So, and of course, this is go on, but this is the basic gist of it. And then of course, serviceization. Now, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, what they are doing is that they are not saying to you that take this technology to you and then just do it, right? What they're saying, they come up with the cloud. They came up with the infrastructure as a service. They came up with a product as a service, platform as a service. So, software as a service. How? Because they have created the platforms. They have created the ecosystem in which anyone can come and put their assets and you can use it. So you don't reinvent the wheel what the world has solved the problem. Because what we are good at it, we just say that कि हम खुद बनाएंगे, right? हमारी अपनी IT होगी, हम खुद बनाएंगे, अपने पास रखेंगे, हमारा IP होगा. That is gone. Then if we're talking about the fourth industry revolution, this is gone. Now it's everything is service. You have to think and change your business model in a way that you can think that, okay, what is the recurring business model? What is the recurring revenue? How can I have the recurring revenue stream? Or how can I change my business model so I offer this as a service, right? This is what these people are doing day in and day out now. Every industry you look at it, this is what people are thinking. The next is Amazonization is basically now, there are three examples, right? Of course you can't see it, but it's now you can do your eye testing, right? By sitting in front of the computer, right? Or laptop, whatever, right? It's basically, again, eliminating the middleman. How the retail has transformed, this is how the retail industry has transformed. You don't need to hold any inventory. And you can, this is like a diamond shop where you don't have any inventory and you can go and try any ring or whatever you want to try, and they are doing amazing business by just doing this disruption. That's it. And we also know the Amazon Go stores, that how they have changed this checkout process. You just walk out and whatever you have bought is already scanned and paid, done, right? So this is a lot to be happening in this industry. So its transformation is going to be continued. So I think there is a video, if you can play that. There is a video in the presentation, no? Shazi. But okay, so I think that's about what I had to say, I have 15 minutes, so I just summarized whatever I could give the concepts and technologies. Yes, please.
You mentioned only the first one win, but Yahoo was first.
Yeah.
But Google won.
Of course, because they were flexible, they were agile. They have take an example of cloud, right? IBM has been in business since when, right? So who won? Amazon. They came into play.
So the first mover does not win. That's what happens.
It's not always the case, right? It's people come and follow, and with somebody has taken the leap of faith. You have certain times first mover advantage, but certain times when the industry is immature. To answer your question, if industry is immature, you have to learn. So, like I tell that whenever any principal launches any first their product, it's a learning curve. There are bugs. That's why they call it beta, and then other party will, if somebody can catch up. But execution is the key. If you don't want to be the first mover advantage, you have to be flexible, you have to be aware, you have to have elasticity, and you need to respond timely. Otherwise you lose. You cannot, if you are missing on first mover advantage, then you have to be flexible and responsive to the market. Any other questions? It didn't work, right? I had a very beautiful video, but I think it didn't work. My team didn't check, I guess. Thank you.
Can you please stay on stage, Asif?